I'm going to do a quick garden tour. It's I think it's the 27th. The bee balm is growing like crazy. There's a ridiculous amount of bees on the bee balm. I'm not really sure if there's something wrong with my dirt. You can see that these green beans look perfectly fine, but this is the same area I had problems with some spinach here a couple months ago. I don't know what's going on. All kinds of craziness. So I'm gonna dig this dirt out. I don't know what happened. This Swiss chard here is actually grown with boogie brew and boogie humus and a little bit of biochar, and these are not. So you can see these are the same varieties. These are about twice the size. And here's some more Swiss chard. You know, all my parsley bolted. My dill is bolting. This is my red vein sorrel. It's really taken off now that I actually have it in the ground. It does not do well if it's not in the ground. This is like a garlic chive, I think. I don't know. It's like a grass. It's the weirdest thing. This is traditional garden, what they call garden sage. It's growing like crazy. That's my pineapple sage. There's some more bees fighting out the bee balm. I've already had vine borers. This is the peppers. The peppers are doing amazing this year compared to last year. I mean, everything is pretty green. I've had one plant I've had to pull out. This one's not doing that well. I might replace that pepper. This is the first year I've actually had really good luck with the Jimmy peppers. This is the Jimmy. They get about 8 inches long. They're doing pretty good. This is the kale. The kale's doing okay. It's getting eaten alive, but you know, again, everybody keeps telling me to come out in the middle of the night. I never see anything, but except for sometimes I see butterflies. But I mean, I do see physical damage on the plants, but I don't know if the beneficial bugs are getting the stuff by the next day, and I just don't see it. I don't know. It's the weirdest thing. Because normally you look on the bottom of the leaves and you see stuff. This was the garlic bed. I've now replaced it with cucumbers. I had some really bad germination issues here, obviously. So I'm going to, these are the pickling cucumbers. I'm going to train them to crawl and take up all this space here. So normally I thinned them out to two per section. I left these at 3. I'm going to, like I said, I'm going to train these out, and then everything else is going to get single stemmed. I'm going to train these up a little bit, you know, to fill in the gaps of the other stuff. I don't know what I'm going to put here yet. I got some good space here. I might put some beets. I'm not really sure yet. 2 of my 3 squash came up here. I don't know at what point vine borers start taking over, because my original plant has already gotten eaten by vine borers. I had a second one here. I already cut it out. This one I cut open and pulled out all the vine borer worms, but now the darn thing is under attack by ants. I really just want it to go 3 or 4 days to get some squash off. You know, these 3 or 4 squash that are forming, I really just want to take those off. Oh my God. I have 3 more growing over here. This is my onion bed. Some of the onions are actually starting to form bulbs. Some did really well, some did not. The second half of this bed did horribly. This is where also I started running out of patience. So, I don't know. I might scrape the first couple inches of dirt out of this bed also. I would show you the blackberries, but I'm having yet more dog problems, so I can't show you that right now. But that's some blackberries. Same with the blueberries here. I'd show you those, but I don't really feel like hearing this damn dog bark anymore. This is the difference in what happens when you have beans that are in the proper soil. These were inoculated correctly. I mean, these things were started on the same day, if not after those other beans, and they're 10 times the size. I mean, look at these things. They're just absolutely crazy. And now that I have the sprinkler system in, Now the asparagus is really starting to come up. It must have really just been a shortage of water. Now the roots are really taking off. So I'm hoping to fixate some nitrogen here to help out the asparagus. It's becoming a hot mess. I don't know if I'm going to do this again because it's really taken off, which is a good and bad thing. There's the blueberries. Unfortunately, not going to be able to see them. The tomatoes have just really taken off here, especially now that we got some rain. I think the ladybugs are all gone, but they also seem to have killed off all my aphid issues. I had some red aphids on my tomatoes. Try this again. I ran out of space. I have a couple yellow leaves, but actually, believe it or not, considering these are all heirlooms, I have very little yellow leaves. I need to pull these off. I need to pull all the leaves off the bottom foot. But these plants are in amazing shape. It's been really hot, so I don't know if that's why they're not producing flowers lately. I'm nursing a couple plants back to health. This one's doing okay. This is Bulgarian pepper. This one's doing good. The ground cherries, I don't know what's going wrong here. They're starting to come back. I mean, they weren't taken care of, and it's my own fault. A couple of these are not going to make it. This one I think might make it. My blue cherry tomato. I don't know if they're ripe. I can never tell. But this plant's got to go. It's not going to make it. This is my blueberry bed I keep trying to show. I still have more weeds to pull out. There's 100 blueberry bushes in here. The weeds grow like crazy. I got to get some pine straw here. Every time I do it, it makes a big mess in the car, and that's why I don't do it. This is the sunchoke bush. This thing, they're just using a ridiculous amount of water. There's another shot of the blueberries. We're starting to get Japanese beetles. So these have got to be trimmed down. We're still getting blueberries. We're getting there. Maybe another week or so, and then this will be done. Here's another view where it's that time of the day where you can't get a good video. Here's the other tomatoes. These ones are not doing as well. I don't think they get as much sun. Sun comes down here a little bit earlier. But these have almost no yellow, and these have a ton of splash. Yeah, there's a little bit of yellow on those. This is why purple tomatillo. Supposedly you need 2. We'll find out, because I'm not going to grow 2. This is my glass gem corn. This is also biochar. This half here is biochar. The biochar started to run out right around here, but then you have these 2 over here that are doing really well. I think what happened is the seeds got buried too deep over here. This is like almost pure worm castings over here. But some of them didn't come up, so I replanted, which is what some of these smaller ones are. So hopefully this will come back and catch up. I will be around July 4th or right before code stock. I will be burying these a little bit deeper. This is the yarrow. I really need to trim off these flowers and trim up these plants. There was a leafhopper I was going to take a picture of, and he disappeared. This is another bed of beans. These were just planted like a week or so ago, so these are behind. I need to get these watered. Obviously the germination rate's really low here. I got missing beans here, missing beans there. Yeah, this is what happens if you don't take care of them. My long range potatoes are already blooming. I think it's because I started them so late. It's just so darn hot that they're already starting to flower. And they're not water as much as they should be. Oh, I have some stink bugs here. I need to get some. I have been using soap water and spraying stink bugs with them because the stink bugs have been really bad already this year. I don't spray it near fruit, but I will spray it on something that's already been either not bared fruit yet or past its prime. I I've already taken all the tops off the Egyptian walking onions. This dirt did okay considering this is some of my worst dirt. I'm going to scrape out some of this dirt and fix some of that. The mince, another thing that's not taken care of that well. I need to get around to that. This is my sad attempt at growing. Shoot, I don't know what this is. I forgot. Brain damage. I will annotate this. These are invasive in some areas of the country. This is supposed to bring nutrients up from very deep. So I need to get around to actually getting those in the ground and propagating them. The elderberry are doing amazing, even though they're starting to get attacked now by Japanese beetles like crazy. There's 5 plants here, so this is what they look like when the seeds start to form. You can see these are a couple days ahead of the other ones. This is all elderberry. I hope I said that the first time. This is elderberry. See, there's another stink bug. I don't know if that one's alive. Yeah, it is. I've been spraying those. These are still blooming. This is solid. This is going to be solid. This is Adams 2. This thing's going to be just solid elderberry. I mean, look at all these. Oh, these are the Japanese beetles I sprayed this morning. Yeah. And it looks like the spray is not working on the Japanese beetles. It's working on... There's tons of Japanese beetles over there too. I don't think the soap spray is killing the Japanese beetles. So that's my backyard garden. It's getting there. My mulch project will get finished up in the next couple of weeks.